Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm Lisa Turner, bringing you short and snackable weekly episodes on bookkeeping and business matters in an easy to understand way so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Well, hello there, and thanks for popping me in your ears for today's episode. I want to have a chat with you about something which has been a bit of a theme amongst clients of my bookkeeping practice and business owners in general of late. And it's something I touch on a lot in so many areas of both bookkeeping and running your own business, and it's delegation. And this could be outsourcing to other specialists or your own in-house team members or employees. Whichever way you look at it, delegating the tasks and things to be done in your business to someone else besides you. You can't wear all the hats and boost your business at the same time. It's not possible. Probably controversial, but it's true. It's just not possible. I've heard business owners say, but I do it faster or better myself, or I look after everything myself because I'm great at it and it hasn't restricted me at all. Well, I think you're honestly lying to yourself. If what I'm saying there is triggering you and you want to argue with me, then this episode is perfect for you. Let's unpack this more and I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about and how to boost your business with delegation magic. Okay, so I like to think of delegation as magic because it is so powerful. It can literally transform your business and in ways you might not even realize. Let me share a small insight into the very early days of Accounted for You. As a small business owner myself, I, of course, started out wearing all the hats. I did everything, and I thought I was pretty good at it until I realized I was working late every single night. And with all those late nights and extra work, my revenue or my income wasn't increasing because I had no time left to do any more of the actual work. So by doing everything, social media, emails, website, all the bookkeeping, all the lodgements, all the onboarding, I was limiting my growth potential. Even if more clients wanted to work with me, I didn't have the capacity. So I stepped back and did the most obvious thing to me at this point in time, and it was to delegate social media to someone else. While I loved doing it, I could do it. I had a great setup and process, and it was all ticking along nicely. But I personally didn't need to be doing it. It wasn't anything to do with my why I was in business or what I was actually wanting to be doing, the bookkeeping, the numbers, and helping other small businesses. So I outsourced my social media. I found a contractor to support me. And there was, of course, some time getting them set up to speed and things running and knowing what I wanted. But once they were up and running, I had that time back up my sleeve to either dig in and do more of the revenue generating tasks or some free time back to rest and rejuvenate. And there's the magic for me. Delegating isn't only about offloading tasks. It's about realizing you can't do it all alone if you want to grow in any way. And you don't have to do it all alone. So many people think it's a negative reflection on them or their business if they outsource or delegate something. And it couldn't be further from the truth. It's growth, it's empowerment, it's supporting other people. Delegation and outsourcing are so many positive things. Now, if you're not wanting to grow or not wanting to boost your business and you're happy to keep doing all the things and reach a time very soon or coming up in the future when your time and your income is capped, this is totally okay. But this episode, and actually most of my episodes, are specifically about supporting you to learn and grow and increase your income and profit. So back to the magic of delegation to boost your business. Of course, everyone talks about time you get back so you can concentrate more on needle moving tasks. There are actually a few more benefits, like the benefit of having an expert or a specialist taking care of it for you. You get to take advantage of their skills and knowledge that you didn't have to do the things. Another benefit is you can more effectively scale if this is what you want to do, because scaling is vastly different from growing, which is another huge topic itself. But in a nutshell, scaling is growing one area or product or service of your business with small or little to no cost or extra time involved from you in a fast way, basically achieving more with less effort. Whereas growing your business is more organic and covers more areas, your business as a whole. Why is it important to know the difference with the delegation? Because depending on which way you want to boost your business influences the delegation decisions you'll make. Back to the other benefits of delegating. Another one that I absolutely love is collaboration. You get to work with, collaborate, brainstorm with other people, and this can help you come up with fresh new ideas you might never have come up with on your own. That is a huge benefit in itself. So now take a moment to stop and think about one thing you've been stressing about or it's been weighing you down, and what it would look or feel like if you delegated this one thing. How would that change your business? How would that help you boost your business? Give you space back, give you time back. I hope you have a little bit of a smile on your face while you're thinking about this. Now, like any business decision, you need to do some planning around delegating. You can't dive in and delegate the first thing you think of. I mean, well, you could, but it might not be very helpful or be the best way forward. You need to nut out the best tasks for you to delegate based on your needs, your strengths, and of course, your budget. Then who to delegate them to, and have clear guidelines and processes in place so it works well. In season 2 of the show, we talked about growth and different areas and ways you can outsource, and also some tips to work out what to start with, as this looks different for everyone. One particular episode that comes to mind is how to outsource to get out of your own way. But there are loads of episodes sprinkled through Your Bookkeeping Matters on all of these fun topics. But I will wrap up today's episode with 4 quick steps to help you with this. So now you've got your new team member, or you've found the perfect contractor or supplier for you. You want to make sure you avoid some big mistakes, and well, there are lots. So I'll just touch on a few because it's essential to know some of these so you don't make them, or you can try and avoid them. I've mentioned one of them already, and that's you need to have clear processes and guidelines. This is an absolute must, no matter the relationship, if it's an employee or contractor. Because if you don't have this is a huge mistake and you can run into huge issues down the track. So if it's an employee, you want tailored employee contracts to suit you and your business. If it's a contractor, you want the agreement to be crystal clear on how things work, the deliverables, the costs. And either way, you want a process or steps of how and when things are to be done so there can be no grey areas and nothing missed. Oh, I didn't know you wanted that done. Oh, I didn't know about this. Oh, I didn't know about that particular part. I thought you were doing that. I've heard it all before, so it's very important to have those processes and guidelines. Following on from that, when you're delegating, you don't want bad handovers to this new person or team member because it only sets them up to fail. So before you dive in, have exactly what you want done planned out. On the flip side, another big mistake or no-no when delegating is micromanaging. No one wants to be watched over their shoulder. It's demeaning. It's counterproductive. It's wasting their time and yours. And I've heard lots of excuses. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll do that part. Oh, actually, let me do that bit. It's another waste of their time if you're going to do things like that. If you hired someone to help you, let them. Give them the power and the tools to do the job and give them the right training to get it done for you. It actually hurts your business by not delegating well, by trying to hold on to things. It actually costs you more. It's not time productive. Your processes aren't streamlined. You're not boosting your business. You're holding it back by doing any of these mistakes. Another example of these mistakes from one of my beautiful clients, they didn't delegate the things they hired someone for. They were so attached to doing all the things that they knew they needed to delegate to grow and get some time back. So they hired someone, but they only gave them the smallest tasks and didn't hand over much to the person. So they never really had enough to do. Make sure you actually hand over or let the person or team do what you've got them on board to do for you. When you get delegation right, it's honestly magic. It frees you up. It increases efficiency, productivity, and gives you space to, of course, increase revenue and boost your business. I want you to have a think about where you want your business to be in a year. How can delegation help you get from here to there? Write these thoughts down in your journal or notepad, and this can be the start of your planning process to get these delegation things on track. Start mapping out what this could look like for you. What could you delegate first to help you reach your vision? I want to take a step back and remember it's not a simple hand it over to someone else and forget about it when you delegate. To make sure your delegation works, you can use these 4 simple steps to make it a smoother process and hopefully a very successful relationship with the new delegation. Number 1, identify the tasks and responsibilities you want to have some support with and make sure they don't need your specific expertise and someone else can actually do them instead of you. You could start by listing out all the things you do and then split them into areas you love and need to do yourself and tasks or things someone else can handle. Number 2, choose the right person or team for the job. Make sure you match the right attitude, skills, experience, or qualifications to the task you want to delegate. Successful delegation hinges on choosing someone who can do what you need them to. And this can be either right away or with some training from you. But please don't hire your best friend's friend simply because they're looking for work or the first person you come across. Number 3, again, make sure you have clear instructions or expectations and provide insight to them where you can on why you do this thing or what you're trying to achieve. Help them do their best work and have a very clear communication process in place. And lastly, number 4, have a feedback loop with regular check-ins. This is important to make sure they're getting the support, training, or information they need to get the job done for you. And now you know how you can boost your business with delegation magic. It's not always going to be a smooth ride and mistakes will happen and things will go off track. But don't let fear or bad experiences hold you back from jumping in and delegating. Even if you think you already delegate all the things, take a moment to honestly and thoroughly review what you do. Can you streamline your business even more for growth or productivity by delegating something new you hadn't thought of? Let me finish by saying, if you believe your business is growing and you don't need to delegate anything at all to grow and you're happily doing all the things, let me challenge you here. If you look deeply into your business and your processes, I guarantee there are likely things you delegate and don't even realize. Did you have someone build your website? Did you buy some Canva templates to use in your social media? Do you have an IT person who creates your email accounts for you and looks after the IT side of things? Do you have some professional photos you've had taken by a photographer of yourself or your products? All of these are examples of delegation you might not have thought you were doing. And on the flip side, if you're still shaking your head saying, "No, I absolutely do all the things myself," well, hats off to you. I'm glad you have the time to do all of this. But wouldn't you like a little more time back? Everything you do yourself has a cost. A lost sale, a lost opportunity, lost time with family members or friends. Let those thoughts sit with you for a moment. I hope you're now feeling inspired and ready to dive into the magic of delegation for the first time or lean into it more. Delegation helps you unlock more potential in your business and achieve more things. It isn't a sign of weakness. It's strategic. It's supercharging what you can do. Now, if bookkeeping is at the top of your list of things to go out and delegate, I know a great place to start, of course, with us at Accounted for You. But we're not for everyone. We might not specialize in your industry or accounting software. So you can dive over to the website, accountedforyou.com.au, and check out more about who we work with, and also grab yourself a copy of our free download of 10 questions you should ask when hiring a bookkeeper. That's at accountedforyou.com.au/10 questions to ask a bookkeeper. I'll of course link this in the show notes to make sure you get the perfect match for you. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode. Make sure you've subscribed or follow the show not to miss any episodes. If you've got any requests or feedback, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can email me at info@accountedforyou.com.au. And next week, I'm talking about bookkeepers' no-go zones. I can't wait to chat with you then.